Hey guys, it's Team Europe here, and we are with a video about the 3 most powerful or best trap cards in the current format. Well, as you know, the format is coming to an end, and we're gonna have like the World Championship in Vegas, and yeah, we're going to be there. So we're gonna upload videos about like deck profiles and what's going on in there. So you should really like stay tuned for that, and subscribe, and if you haven't already. Well, let's just start with the third most powerful trap card. Well, what we think is a Mirror Force. Now, why Mirror Force? It's pretty much like massive distraction. It punishes your opponents that try to go for an OTK, or if you just like going to attack and you want to minus him. So yeah, that's the card. Now, what's problematic about this card? That they have to attack for you to activate it. But I think it's better than Deep Prison those days, because like you do have elemental dragons like Dragon Rulers, which if they hit the grave, it's not so good for you. But this card actually is better against a lot more decks, and so it has better matchups. But it's also a massive distraction, which pluses and minuses your opponents. Is so crucial this format. So yeah, this is number 3. Now, number 2 is a Torrential Tribute. Why? Pretty much it's like a Mirror Force. It's just that it hits your monsters too. So that sucks. But if you're not playing in a control-based deck, and you know that you draw this card, and you can set up your plays by it, it's a pretty good card. Yeah, it helps you a lot, and again, minuses your opponents right at a summon. Well, let's say that you have TT and Mirror Force. Now, let's go by this scenario. Your opponents, wait, let's see if I have it. Well, your opponent going into your opponent's Spatial Summon, and where do I have it? I'm sure I have it. Okay, your opponent, here's it. Your opponent goes into a Shockmaster. No, he sees that you have 2 back rows. Well, what's gonna happen is that your opponent summons the Shockmaster, and he calls traps. In the scenario, you have Mirror Force, you're not gonna be able to activate it. And in the scenario, you have TT. Well, you're definitely gonna activate it on the summon. He's gonna waste the 3 monster you wasted to summon this card. You're gonna lose 1 card. He's gonna lose like 1 card, but he lost 3 already. So yeah. Now for the guys who runs control-based deck, so they can't play TT. Bottomless is your card. Why is that? It hits 1 monster, so you don't have to be controversial about activating TT and losing your monsters, and it also removes it from play. Yeah, it has to be 1500 or more, but for a control-based deck, like less than 1500, even less than 1700, it's not so much. So yeah, bottomless, use it. Now, the best trap cards in the format, I think that nobody can judge about it, and everybody would agree. Compulsory evacuation device. Why? Well, it pretty much jumps and just like shits on all this format with Xyz monsters and like even synchro monsters that comes out like sometimes, and it's chainable. It breaks every loop possible. Basically, you activate it, you jumping back. No, you guys, seriously. Unless you're running like Royal Decree, which is not such a good card for now, because like most of the deck doesn't run massive back row, then you guys should run a triple of that card. Now, I know that you can say, okay, late game is not so good, but it is good because it buys you a turn, and then you can go next turn for to attack your opponents. Let's say you're in a let's say like it's the end of the game and you both are drawing and try to punish your opponent. Well, you draw compulse. It's pretty much gonna be dead, right? No, let's say they summon the kinetic soldier. Well, like you're playing 6 samurai, so they're summoning kinetic soldiers. You compulse it, goes back to their hand. Now you have an extra draw to try to attack him directly. So it's not that bad. And like, let's say that they have a miracle fusion or something, so they go into shining, so the shining doesn't even get its effect off. And like light pulsar, which is gonna go back to the hand, then they have to ditch, like they have to banish a light and dark monster again. This card either makes the summon just useful and brings it back to the extra deck, or makes them use even more resources to bring back the player's target. And for the most of the time when you're going to use it, they're not going to have those resources to bring them back. This is when you play smart, play with a compulsory evacuation device. Well guys, it was really nice to do that video for you. Everything that you want, just tell us and we'll do it, don't worry. So thank you for watching, stay tuned. As I said, we're going to be in the World Championship. You're going to get videos from there, but until then, thank you for watching. Bye bye, have a great day.